Albert Einstein once said, "A calm and modest life brings more happiness than the pursuit of success combined with constant restlessness." Being rich has two meanings. It can be defined as possessing great material wealth, such as owning a Ferrari, and it can also be defined as that which is abundant, meaningful, and significant, such as having a caring family. Now, if you believe true wealth is the former, then I hope this video will show you otherwise. While having money is extremely important, there are many benefits to looking poor and living a modest life, even while having money, and I will take you through 5 of those reasons where living with modesty and humility will help you grow your bank account and your net worth. Reason number 1 for looking poor and living a modest life is that it invites the right kind of people into your life. A common problem for those that appear rich or portray the lifestyle of being rich is that the wrong type of people are attracted to them. Now, what do I mean by that? Because you have money, certain people will expect certain things from you. You may have friends who become friends only because of the money you have, and they have expectations of getting free gifts from you. This is the wrong crowd in my opinion, because they don't truly want to get to know you. The moment you stop forking out money to them, they will leave you hanging. When you live a humble life, you are inviting people into your life that will value the real you and what you are truly about. And not only are you living in an authentic way, but simultaneously you are growing your bank account and your net worth. So looking poor is an easy way to filter out through the wrong people in your life. Reason number 2 for looking poor is that it does not make you a target. Unfortunately, we live in a world where people want to take advantage of you in an illegal way. If you are driving around in an expensive supercar, wearing designer clothing and expensive watches, there are going to be many eyes looking at you thinking that they can make a quick buck out of you, which can potentially lead you into being a target for robbery at some point in your life, or even worse, kidnappings. And that's just extra risk that you do not want in your life. Unless you live in an extremely safe country such as Scandinavian countries, the UAE, New Zealand, etc., I would avoid these things as much as possible. The third reason why looking poor is important, well, simply because it's cheaper. Because you are not worried about purchasing expensive designer clothing, the latest iPhone, or a new car to show off to others, you have more money to invest and save, which will only help you grow your bank account and your net worth. The problem that many people have is that they are easily influenced to buy something new and fancy just because they want to keep up with the latest trend. Notice how many people buy designer clothing just to try and show people that they have money. Meanwhile, there's a good chance that they are behind on some of the payments. Notice how many people have completely adequate iPhones but still go out and buy the latest iPhone just because of a new feature advertised by Apple. By having this mentality, it can lead you to living a paycheck to paycheck lifestyle, and 34% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, and almost 60% of Americans are uncomfortable with the amount of money they have in the emergency fund, which should be between 3 to 6 months of your monthly expenses. To help mitigate this risk, having a cheaper and more affordable lifestyle is the way to go. By living a more modest lifestyle, you will be able to have extra savings which can be used for the better of your own future, such as having an emergency fund where you have at least 3 to 6 months of your living expenses saved up, or investing into the S&P 500 index fund. Let's say you begin saving just $200 per month and invest it into the S&P 500 index fund, where historically it's achieved 10% per year, and let's say 8% after taxes have been taken into consideration. Saving just $200 per month means saving $2,400 for the entire year, which can be achieved by most people, especially considering the median income in the United States is just a little over $60,000. And investing the money for, let's say, 20 years, you will have achieved a total of over $100,000 post-tax. And if you did this for, let's say, a total of 40 years, you would have saved up nearly $650,000 after tax, showing you the true power of compounding. I will leave a link in the description box below where you can use this calculator so that you can play around with the numbers yourself. The fourth reason to keeping a low profile for a higher reward is that it simplifies your life. And to prove this point, imagine somebody gives you something really expensive like a Ferrari. I know this is a bit far-stretched, but bear with me on this point. For the first couple of weeks, you will be ecstatic with your new gift. You are excited to show off your car and all the respect that comes along with owning a supercar. After a week or two, you will need to have filled up on the gas on your brand new Ferrari, and in the following week, you hit a pothole and now your low-profile tires need replacement. You go to the dealership and realize just how expensive it is to replace the tires on your brand new Ferrari. But somehow you make a plan to purchase your new tires and your problems are solved, and you carry on driving your Ferrari. After a couple of months of having the free Ferrari you receive, you start realizing just how expensive it is to maintain something you got for absolutely free. The insurance is 5 times the price of a regular car. You need to fill up gas almost every other week. You already have the experience of how expensive the tires are. And now you have to fork out $3,000 once a year for its annual service. And we won't even get into the astronomically expensive replacement parts. And all these issues arose even though you got the car for absolutely free. Looking poor not only simplifies your life, but it also allows you to enjoy the possessions you already have. And often, if we are grateful for the things we already have, the happier we are going to be. From a financial point of view, every time we have a recurring cost, let's say the gas you need to fill up on your brand new gas guzzling Ferrari, it adds to the day-to-day stress that you undergo in ensuring that you can actually make that payment. When your month-to-month expenses get so high, it can end up forcing you to stay at a job you don't really enjoy, which can lead to a miserable life. The stress can cause you to be so anxious to look for a new job. It may limit potential opportunities, and you may never try that side hustle that you've always wanted to try. If you choose to live a modest life, it can afford you flexibility and, more importantly, peace of mind. Reason number 5 why living well below your means is advantageous is that you could retire much earlier, as you would technically need less money to live off of. You can retire when you can withdraw and live off of 5% of your retirement nest egg. Let's assume that when you retire, you already have a car, a home loan paid off, as well as having no dependents, and that your yearly expenses are $20,000. If you need $20,000 to live off of, that means that you would need at least $400,000 in your retirement account. If you need $35,000 to live off of per year, then that would mean you need a retirement account worth at least $700,000. Keep in mind that every country would have their own rules about paying taxes on these withdrawals. So living below your means will mean that it will bring down the burden of financial stress, and it also helps in paying off debt sooner, such as your car and your home loan. So I have given you my opinions on the benefits of what living a modest life can bring you. I think by following these rules, especially when you are just starting out in life, can help elevate your financial status much quicker than had you not followed these rules. Let me know in the comment section below on what else you think should have made this list. If you have enjoyed watching this video, then consider watching my video where I speak about the 7 major differences between the rich and poor. It's one of my recent videos which I really enjoyed making, and I think you may benefit a lot on what's said in there. Alright everyone, take care and see you in the next video. Like and subscribe for more.